Atlantica. Today for lunch we're having a surf and turf of yellowfin tuna drizzled with sweet soy and wasabi, and the turf is a Kobe beef and it's served on asparagus with some shiitake mushrooms. Dessert is focused around pineapple. We're having a pineapple carrot cake with taco zucchini and drizzled with roasted pineapple sauce. And instead of frosting on the cake, I've made a cream cheese pineapple sorbet, so it's a nice combination. I grew up in Kentucky with my husband, Captain Roy, and I was pumping fuel at the marina when I was 17, and it just kind of was the right fit. And so we decided that he needed a job where he could do the boat thing year-round, and so we relocated to Florida. And you know, he was on and off with boats, and I was working at Longboat Key Moorings, the marina there where we lived, and eventually it was, you know, becoming a strain that he was gone a lot, so I decided to start working with him. You know, it kind of started out of necessity. You know, when you're on a smaller boat, you're doing lots of different jobs, and the galley was where I really, you know, felt comfortable, and it was a lot of fun for me. So, you know, it's just kind of evolved that way. When we brought on another crew member, you know, it made sense for me to go to the galley. So, yeah, we've been with the same owner for 7 years, and we were on his 94-foot Lazera, and then we helped build the 106 Lazera, which was the first one, which was a cool project because we were involved from the very beginning. And then, you know, we kind of decided it was time to move up, and he wanted to do it with us, so he purchased this boat in June. We have such a dynamic group of people from, you know, different countries, and we just like to have fun. We're not, you know, the stuffy crew. We wear the epaulets on arrival, but most of our day is centered around fun, and we want to enjoy our jobs. I mean, at the party last night we were singing and dancing and wearing wigs, and that's the part we enjoy. You know, if we're not enjoying it, we don't want to do it anymore. So it's all about, you know, having a good time and for everybody to have fun. Because we've been with the same owner long enough, you know, we kind of do the same sort of food setup most of the time, and this was a nice way to branch off and do different cuisines and experiment with different things, and it's been a lot of fun. We stay very well provisioned, and you know, I buy things according to the preference sheet, but we're always very adaptable. You know, if we go out and we catch fish, then we'll scrap whatever was on that, you know, for that day, and very flexible and adaptable, and you know, we go with the situation. If it's windy outside, we're not going to serve a salad, even if that's what was planned, because it's all going to go flying off the plate. We focus a lot of it around the fresh seafood and stuff. I mean, fishing is really big with our whole setup, and you know, we've had fresh tuna and wahoo, and we're always bringing in yellowtail and snapper, and those are things that, you know, we can get pretty reliably. And then in the Bahamas we lobster a lot, and so we usually have fish coming in almost every day when we have guests on board. And you know, even with burgers planned for lunch, it's fun to substitute something that's, you know, fresh like that. Very strong nutritional background. My mother's a dietitian, so I grew up with all of that stuff, and we try to keep things healthy and fresh, and there's a lot of activities and water sports and fun. It's an active charter, and we like to do something special each night, do a party. We have lots of different themes, and you know, we have an Asian night, and we have a 70s disco night, and it just keeps something to look forward to. You know, you're always going to have those days on charter where you're transitioning from one port to another, or it rains, but we have enough activities like that it keeps things lively, and it keeps the fun flowing. It's good.